All right, here we go. Quiet! Roll 'em!
Glass is directed by M. Night Shyamalan and stars James McAvoy, Bruce Willis, Anya Taylor-Joy, Sarah Paulson, Spencer Tread-Clark, and Samuel Jackson. And it's the long-awaited sequel to the movie Unbreakable, but surprisingly, a couple years ago we got the movie Split, which was a surprising sequel to Unbreakable, so this is now the final movie in the superhero trilogy that M. Night Shyamalan planned to do a long time ago. My quick thoughts on those two movies: Unbreakable was fine. I wasn't such a big fan of the movie. I really like Samuel Jackson's character in the film. I like the grounded superhero element in the movie. Split I really loved. I really loved James McAvoy's performance in the film, the whole split personality he portrays in it, and the whole psychological thriller and element to the film. So I was excited to see Glass and excited to see those movies continue. And in Glass we get this. We get to see the characters back together again. We get to see them interact with each other, and all the characters are great. We get to see David Dunn, aka Bruce Willis's character, and get to see how his life has been ever since. He has this cool thing going on with his son, like this Batman and Oracle, where like his son is in front of the computer and helps him solve crime. He's like protects people around the area, which was kind of cool, and of course where he meets up James McAvoy's character. There's also a choice made with Bruce Willis's character David Dunn, which I really think is underwhelming and didn't fit his character at all, and I really think it didn't fit into the whole movie and like the whole story in between. James McAvoy is fantastic in the movie. He really gives a great performance in the film. He plays Kevin Crumb, who has split personality. He has 23 people living in his head. And James McAvoy does a fantastic job portraying this character. The way he goes from one character to another character. In Split, we only got to see like 5 or 6 split personalities. In this, we get like 10. So he really does a phenomenal job. I really think he should get an Oscar for this role because he really gives a performance of a lifetime. Like the way he goes from Hedwig, for example, to another character who doesn't even speak English, who was interesting to see. So I really give my hats off to James McAvoy. You did a fantastic job. Now when it comes to Samuel L. Jackson, who plays first name Mr., last name Glass. His character is also fun. You can see him back on the screen. Now, his character isn't that much in the first act. We get him more towards the second and third act, but that's okay. We have other fun characters towards that. Once Samuel L. Jackson's character starts talking, gets more invested in the film, all the scenes with him are great. We get some nice flashback scenes with him as a young child, which were interesting. So the whole arc with his character I really liked and loved. It's Samuel L. Jackson. I'm like, if you're Samuel Jackson in a movie, take my money. Sarah Paulson is also great in the movie. She plays Dr. Elliot Steffi, a psychiatrist who catches Bruce Willis and James McAvoy and brings them to the same asylum where Mr. Glass is. And she tries to convince them that they are not real superheroes, that this is all a delusion in their head and this is all not real. Which is a fun topic throughout the movie. You have this question going on. Is it real? Is it not real? Do they have superpowers or are they just normal people? What was really interesting in the film. My main negative with the movie is there's too much explanation going on, like characters would over-explain things which are unnecessary. Like there's a scene where somebody would say, in the comic books, this is known as the final showdown, which is like, yeah, we know that this is unnecessary. So there's sometimes too much explanation going on. Also, there's a setup made with some other characters which are fun and interesting, like Anya Taylor-Joy character who has like some connection with James McAvoy character, and it's really fun what they like start doing and introducing, but then it goes nowhere. It's only towards the end where it like comes back a little bit, but that's it. What was kind of disappointing because it was fun to see this idea what they had with it. Also the twist at the end, which is normal when you watch an M. Night Shyamalan, it has lots of twists and this. But the twist at the end of the movie, which I really think will divide audiences in half, like when you see it happen, you will either love it or hate it. When it comes to me, I don't really like it that much. I don't think it fits as well in the theme of the movie. But it's like something you would see more in a comic book movie, and I know people would say, well, this is a superhero comic book movie. Well, actually not, because this is a realistic take on superhero genre. Like when you see the movie, everything is set up in the real world. So to have like this more comic book element towards the end doesn't really fit. But also my main negatives throughout the movie. This movie, I had a lot of fun with this movie. I really love the psychological thriller that M. Night Shyamalan did, and I'm gonna give this movie an A-. Go check out Glass. It's a really fun movie. It has great characters, a fun story, had me invested from start to finish. Thanks everybody for watching. Hope you liked it, and as always, see you next time.